first time I saw what cheerleaders are when I was about 5, I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I just wanted to be a cheerleader. I'm thinking of doing it probably the rest of my life. So.
Hey, that's a long time, the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'll probably quit. I'll probably retire when I'm about, maybe when I'm 55, because I don't want to be too old when I retire. You made my hair stick out.
My recollection from high school of the cheerleaders were that they were sort of the socias. They were the ones who cheerleading was their life. I didn't want my daughter to be like that.
The Los Gatos Tigers are some of America's youngest cheerleaders, but cheerleading itself has been around for more than a century.
On the one hand, you could have the good girl, wholesome, sort of enthusiastic, if somewhat naive cheerleader, so the good girl, basically, as a contrast to the bad girl, the more boy-crazy, promiscuous, sexualized cheerleader. And then there's a kind of a third stereotype, and that's the dumb blonde cheerleader. Bubbly, big-breasted, but nothing going on upstairs.
In the early days, girls had few athletic options other than cheerleading. Men played sports, and women cheered from the sidelines.
I felt very happy when I could stand out there and I could get all these people to cheer that likewise wouldn't have, because they had a focal point. They could go somewhere with that. And to think about doing something good for our school.
Is this a good thing for girls to be doing? Is this a bad thing for girls to be doing? And is it teaching her outmoded ideals, sexist ideals, stereotypical ideals, or is it teaching her really just how to be a good citizen, how to be a good leader, how to be popular, I suppose. So there's debate, ongoing debate.
Tushy down. I would prefer people to look at cheerleaders as this being a sport. We go to practice all the time, 3 days a week. We're at the games. We practice the same amount of time the football players do. You know, this needs to be designated as a sport rather than just an extracurricular activity.
I love stunting. That's like my favorite thing to do, because you get to lift people up, and the person may be heavy, but it's not bad.
When we're doing a stunt for the first time, you can believe that all the coaches will be surrounding that particular stunt, just in case something happens to where that girl goes down, where we have 10 pairs of hands ready to catch her. We stress to them more and more and more and more every single practice how important it is to keep your eyes on that flyer. Because if you're not looking at your flyer and she's coming down in your direction, where's she going to go? On your head or behind you? You're not going to catch her. You always turn your head around to look. Do not do that. Every time. Okay? That won't fly here, I guarantee it. Do not take your eyes off of your flyer, ever. I'm sorry that I'm making you cry. I don't want to. Okay? You accept my apology?
Yeah.
It's okay. You're doing awesome. Just watch that, okay? You know now. You totally know now. You guys are doing